All right, so I got some new microphones. I'm glad that I actually invested in some better microphones because my iPhone actually gets way better quality than my Samsung, and it's just awkward for me not to see myself talking on video because I've had to flip my Samsung around to get the perfect angle to get a crystal clear video, but I don't want that to be the point of this video. The real point of this video is really inspired because of um, the people I hang around. I've noticed, I don't hang around too many younger dudes, but the ones that I do hang around, I notice, and as cliche as it sounds, I see a lot of myself in them, um, which is why it inspired me to make this video about when I was 18. Um, I won't give a whole backstory about when I was 18. I won't give you the whole rundown, or whatever. But I will say when I was 18, I was in the 11th grade because I was a year behind and older than everybody in my class. And I already made it in my head that I wanted to play professional baseball. So that already tells you that I was putting my eggs in one basket already, limiting myself, not giving myself any room to grow or any room to really think about uh, where my life was headed or the future. Excuse me if I get to rambling on. I try not to be too long, but if I am long, just stick with me. Um, and I will be incorporating my journal. I'm trying to humanize myself a lot more on my videos. I'm trying to take advice from a friend, and I thought, why not be more human than read some stuff that I put in my journal. Um, so when I was 18, again, I was unsure of myself. I knew I wanted to play baseball, but you kind of already have to have your name out there if you want to play professional baseball or play baseball at the next level, which my name wasn't out there. But I was, for some reason, so sure of myself that I was going to play professional baseball or play baseball at the college level, uh, which I won't harp on that too much. That'll probably be in another video. I just wanted to, put that out there that my feelings or my emotions were all over the place, which I'm sure a lot of 18-year-old guys are coming up, trying to figure out what their career path uh, will be going forward. Um, I thought so much about the future. I put so much time, and I was a person that spent time in his room. I know there are a lot of other people like that. Um, I was definitely one of those kids that spent time in their room a lot. I thought about the what ifs. What if this happens? What if this goes wrong? Or what if I don't get this? What if I don't get that? If I'm still stuck here. I just I had so many thoughts, and I didn't talk to anybody. I was so closed off, and I just kind of put my best foot forward, and just kept working. Kept telling myself, I keep working, something will happen. Which it's not a bad mindset to have, but if I would have realized earlier on, or if myself at 28 could go back to myself at 18 to tell myself, look, you're not gonna make it with this baseball thing. You need to find you something else that you're interested in, which I was already interested in the stuff that I'm interested in now, like comics and the stuff that I do now, like comic books, watching wrestling, just really being immersed into pop culture stuff. But I was adamant about playing baseball, and that is what I felt in my heart that I wanted to do. Um, so that's one tip I'll tell, any 18-year-old, specifically the 18-year-old boys, because those are the ones that, who I talk to, that I know personally. Don't limit yourself to just one thing because you think it's for you. You know, open yourself up to different avenues of life. Join different clubs, find out different, ways of networking. Don't be don't put all your eggs in one basket. Like I said before. Um, and when I say I was going through a lot of emotions, I mean I was going through emotions. I was depressed. I was happy. I was feeling alone, heartbroken, a lot of things. that most 18-year-old boys, go through, um, which is normal. You're gonna feel those things. You're 18 years old, and you're a boy trying to be a man. But I will say I never talked enough. I didn't talk enough. I felt like if I talked, it was just this uncomfortable feeling. And for me, it was just for me now it's more of a release. As you can see now, I make YouTube videos, and I don't think enough boys are utilizing the fact that they have a voice, and that they can you know use it to say how they feel. I don't think we should shame 18-year-olds, or really anybody that I'm sorry, I hear my dog barking, and I gotta go shut him up. um I think he stopped now. Sorry. Now I can focus. But not to get too off track, basically what I'm trying to say is, if you, boy or girl, are 18 years old and you feel like you're nobody understands you, or nobody really gets you, or if somebody suggests, hey, instead of you thinking this way, you should try to think about doing this, people are going to critique anything you do. You're 18 years old. It's never going to be easy. You got to learn how to roll with those punches and take it for what it is and keep going. Sometimes we need the constructive criticism. I know for a fact I need the constructive criticism. Otherwise, I wouldn't be thinking about the things twice like I do nowadays. If I could go back, I probably would take some of the advice, that was given to me. I probably wouldn't take all the advice because I wouldn't be here, but I would take some of the advice as far as like getting a job in high school. If you don't work while you're in high school, or if you graduate high school and you're not working, go get a job. If I wish during my high school years, or even coming out of high school going to college, I wish I would have worked and saved up money, and learned different skills, so that way when I got out here in the real world, I could learn how to apply them better. um, I know it it might sound shitty, having to get up, or go to work after school, but I'm telling you, it pays off in the end when you learn money management, and you're actually getting that work experience. It actually puts you ahead of the game of more people. When I first started working, like my first actual, well, I started doing like summer jobs in high school. My first actual, you know, like workforce job, I was like 21 or 20. So I was a little bit behind the curve. So I encourage anybody, if you're still in high school, or even if you're out of high school and you're looking for a job, and you going to college, work while you're in college. I didn't work while I was in college either. Get a job and save your money. Uh, get disciplined. Find some discipline about yourself. I was not disciplined with my money at a young age. If anybody gave me any money and told me to save it, I was gonna blow it. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. Whether it be on food, snacks, comics, video games, whatever. Um, if and I got a homie that can relate to this. If your goal while you're in high school is to get a car, and you fumble the bag the first time, that's the lesson that you got to learn from that, and take that with you, and get back to it. Again, I didn't have these things, or to, I did, but I didn't pay attention enough to want to use them to my disposal. I had a father and a mother who, they were divorced, but they were still around to tell me, hey, go get a job. I had counselors in school telling me, hey, go get a job, save your money. Just all these different things that they would try to push to, try to get me to see, like, hey, this will help you further yourself, so you won't have to get it so late in life. Um, if you're, going into your senior year and you want to start looking for colleges and apply for scholarships, ask your counselor. All these things are used to help better you. But I don't want to get too far off the subject. Um, this is really just for my 18-year-old males, because I understand what it was like to be 18 years old and be confused and, you know, out here in the world and a little bit lost, and, you know, just following anything you see. Don't just follow anything you see. Be aware, and don't overthink every day. Just live every day in the moment. Be aware of your surroundings, be aware of who you're around, be aware of the information you're taking in, because you have to be, you know, strong enough or mentally aware enough to understand, hey, is this good information or is this bad information? Even with this video, yes, I'm putting this video out there for my 18-year-old males to be aware, but you have to, you know, take what you can from this video and decipher it. Take the good from it, and the rest that you feel doesn't apply to you, leave it where it's at. You know, but all in all, the mistakes that I made at 18, you know, not being aware, not having different avenues to think about where I want to put my career, you know, putting all my eggs in one basket, not taking criticism, you know, the right way. All these things that I've done wrong, I'm trying to put out there into the atmosphere, or the algorithm for, you know, the 18-year-old boy, you know, or girl, whoever it reaches, um, a little differently. I've always, you know, saw myself as somebody that was living in the past, that's now in the future, that's talking to the next generation. I know that didn't probably make any sense, but just stick with me. I've always been um, not influenced by the next generation. I've always had my arm around the next generation. Um, Always just trying to be a big brother, an uncle, because I am 28 and like 10 or 12 years older than some of these dudes, or just a mentor, just somebody to talk to. I always feel like I have great insight, and you know, shit. Somebody got to believe in the next generation, and if the older folks won't, then people like me and the younger in this generation right now need to. Really, I feel like the people in this the 20 plus, I don't know what generation, but I'll tell you like this to give you perspective. I graduated 2015, so I feel like the class that my class, or you know, classes of 2015 or you know 2014, need to come together and help this younger generation. You know, so if we don't want the same things repeated, then you know, hey, sometimes we gotta stoop down and help out the people under us to help them get to where we want them to be. So, you know, that's really it. I just wanted to put a little information out there from 18-year-old guys, or forever whoever this affects. If you take nothing away from this video, understand that, you know, I'm here to cause a real change, not only for people like me, for the nerds out there like me, but also for the nerds in the next generation. So stay blessed, stay positive. Um, I have new comic books coming up. I didn't want to close out this video without not introducing the comics that I have coming up. And I will be doing reviews on them soon. I got Daredevil #2. I've already read through that one. It's beautiful. I have Daredevil #3. And I actually found these back to back together at the comic book store to go with #1 that I got. I actually found these on accident, and was very excited to find these. I'm definitely gonna go back and see if I find the other ones. Then I have the Red Band Blood Hunt #4. I did a Red Band Blood Hunt #3 comic review on my page, so go make sure you check that out when you have time. I will probably try to redo that video because I have better microphones now and better quality. But yeah, I got Red Band Blood Hunt #4 with the appropriate audience label. And I got this comic right here, which is, you know, the cover is mind blowing to me. I look at the cover all the time. I haven't opened this one yet. I haven't read it yet. But I got this one at a little gaming slash card trading, you know, shop. It's a little nerd geeky shop that by the place that I was working at the other day. Stepped in and looked at the comic rack. They have one section full of like old, back in the day, X-Men, Spider-Man, DC comics, and I got this X-Men Chronicles After Xavier, the Age of Apocalypse. I did some research on this one. This is a 2-issue run. Came out in June 2nd, 1995. So this one is actually is pretty sentimental to me because it came out in my birth year of 1995. So I'll definitely be giving you the viewers a review on this. And yeah, like I said, stay blessed. Thank you all for that tune in. Thank you all that support the channel. Um, if you've been with this channel, then you've seen the other videos that I posted. They have not been the best of quality. Well, that's all about to change now. Got better quality videos now. Got a new microphone. Trying to grow my beard out. So we'll see how that goes. We are live from the Bat Cave. Thank you all for tuning in. This is the Nerdologist Zay. I love you all.